Hey y'all, what's up? I'm here for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 6, Episode 3. But before we start, I want to give another birthday shout out to my Aries sister, Bria. Happy birthday again to you, girl. We gonna show up and show out tomorrow when we go out. And you guys know my birthday is next Tuesday, so yay! But no, for real, let me stop, fooling around or whatever. I just wanted to get that out real quick. But yeah, happy birthday to you again, girl. We're gonna, have fun. So, yeah, let's just get into the episode. So, we pick it back up right where we left off from last week with, this shit with Kirk and Rashida. Now, I've been trying to go with the flow with this damn storyline and not just, continuously point out the obvious about this shit being fake. But Mona is really trying me. We only in episode 3 and she already tried. She's really trying me at this point, okay? And then you guys know, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard, the different stories that was floating around last week about, this baby situation and, what it really is with Rod and, just in Jasmine and, all that shit. So, yeah, it's a bunch of different stories going out right now. Don't really know which one's the truth, but yeah, I'm over it already. So, Kirk is still trying to deny these allegations that are made against him about Jasmine or whatever. Then, Rashida talks about, strangling him or something. So then that's when he claims that he does know, he owns up to the fact that he does know the girl, and he admits that it was, a situation where, I might have, fucked up and everything, but, her being around, Carter or whatever, that's a lie, and, I didn't put her in our building, this, that, and the third, and, Rashida, I'm just so pissed off right now that I forgot, about the fact that he possibly could have a baby with this girl. I'm like, this is where the conversation stemmed from. What the fuck you mean you forgot about, what? So anyways, she threw something at him. I didn't pay attention to what exactly she threw at him. He like, come on, Rashida, you throwing shit at me and whatnot. Like, y'all know how Kirk talk all monotone and shit. He could and she's sitting up here saying, like, you supposed to be my best friend and da-da-da and all this other stuff. And he gonna use the excuse that he was drunk. Really, nigga? How long y'all been together and you sitting up here? Okay. And many times you probably done been drunk. Oh, this one drunk Asian. You, like, Kirk. That's all I'm gonna say is Kirk. Okay? So anyways, he's like, I lied or whatever because, I love Rashida and I didn't want to hurt her. Okay, Kirk, like, I don't really understand how you thought that shit was okay to fucking lie, but child, whatever. So anyways, she sits up here and takes off the ring and puts it down on the table, and she tells him to get the fuck out or whatever, and blase before she, fuck him up or drag him out of there. I said, Rashida, you ain't gonna do shit. Cause every time he do some shit, you always motherfucking I'm with James Caldwell. You two motherfucking calm about this shit. And this is why I be I'm like with everybody else. I be thinking like y'all storylines be fake as shit. Like, child, please. So anyways, we get, Jock, Walker, and Scrappy. They all, hang out, they get their cars washed and everything. Walker is talking about how he misses Tammy. They start poking fun at Jock, moonwalking his way back into the past, messing around with Carly Red. And, he tells them about the bet that him and Carly Red made and everything. They talk about Scrappy and the band with their bullshit. And, then they get on Walker's case or whatever. He ain't been home in 6 months. He misses his family. Even though we know, Charlie, we know that, Tammy's daughter isn't his, it's from a previous relationship. He was like, I can't have no other man raising her, this, that, and the third. He was like, I ain't with, the juggling girls and shit like how Jock and Scrappy be doing. Okay, Walker. All right, Walker. So, he was like, yeah, he's saying, like I said, how he not with the whole juggling girls and everything, and you know, pretty much he got it all figured out how he gonna make this shit up to Tammy. So anyways, you know, we get Tommy and Tammy, they're in the car together. This is an odd pairing, you know what I'm saying? So they're, I guess, hanging out now, whatever, you know. She don't give a fuck about seeing her mom since the fight and everything, you know. Her and Tammy's daughters are around the same age, and you know, Tommy knows that, you know, Mimi is probably not feeling her after the situation that happened last year at that girl Chris's birthday party or whatever. And yeah, so she don't know how, you know, things are going to be. So Arian is having like a fashion show, and that's where they're on their way to. And guess who's in the fashion show? Dime Piece, Jessica Dime. I said they brought her back. But I do notice a change in her, like she lost some weight or something like that. And I seen the picture of her earlier or whatever with some dude, I guess dude that she dating or something, I don't know. But she had black hair and not a whole bunch of makeup. I mean, Jessica Dime has always been pretty to me, but she just looks so beautiful in that picture. And I wish she would just like do black hair or whatever more often, you know what I'm saying? Because that pink stuff, yeah, it's like, it's, you know, it's too much, you know what I'm saying? I like to see her switch it up. But anyways, yeah, I was just like, I mean, I was just shocked that they brought her back. But anyways, you know, Tommy isn't pleased to see Dime Piece or Carly, because, you know, she says that her and Carly, I mean, not her and Carly, her and Dime Piece, they never really had an issue. It's just that they had a difference of an opinion about Jocelyn and everything. So, you know, they, you know, the girls, they all come over to, you know, greet Tommy and everything. You know, Tammy is trying to convince them that she's a good person. Mimi is okay with Tommy or whatever at this point, you know, because Tommy apologized about everything. You know, she tells Dime Piece pretty much that, you know, she was right about Jocelyn, but she just had to see for herself. And, you know, Dime Piece says that me and Tommy are like the same type of, you know, bitch. We, you know, we street bitches or whatever. And, you know, people gave me a second chance, so, you know, they probably give her a second chance, and it's good to see she trying to turn over a new leaf. You know, Tommy, she even tells Carly Red, you know, like, girl, I know you had to do what you had to do, you know, with Scrap, you know, he was fine and everything, right? And so Tommy gives her the hug of death. She hugged her like, I love you, bitch, I love you, I love you. Like, yeah, we good now, we good now, we good. Like, I said, Tommy was trying to kill that bitch low-key. Fuck what you heard, okay? So, you know, Carly sitting up here in her confession telling some Tommy trying to blame me for, you know, Scrap and shit like that. But if she was giving him what he needed, he wouldn't be running to me. I said, okay, we could have said the same thing when you was messing with Jock the first time around and you found out about what was her name, KD or whatever. Yeah, like Baby Knees is Forest Rocks calls her. So yeah, like Carly, like, I hate when people do shit like that. Like, a motherfucker is gonna cheat regardless if that's what they do. I don't care. Like, you could be the best person in the world. If a motherfucker is a cheater, that's what the fuck they gonna do, is cheat, okay? So, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, Carly, you too old to be having that damn mindset, okay? So, anyways, you know, Tommy is like, pretty much she wanna choke the shit out of this bitch right now. But one night in jail was enough for her. And I was just like, one night, girl, you got years worth of mug shots. But maybe she was talking about, you know, recently, hurt by the fact that she was in jail recently, you know what I'm saying, you know, by her saying that one night was enough for her. But I was just kind of like, I mean, girl, you would think after the very first time you went to jail would have been enough for you, or at least maybe the first couple of times. But what was it, like 10 years worth of mug shots you got? Like, girl. So anyways, you know, Carly claims that, you know, she been meaning to reach out to Tommy or whatever, this, that, and third. And Tommy is like, what you had to reach out to me about, Carly Red, and this, that, and the third. And they have a little exchange and everything. And Tommy was like, you know, see, I knew this bitch ain't never going to change or whatever, this, that, and the third. So Tommy, she walks off instead of punching the shit out of Carly Red. And, you know, Carly Carly, she dismisses everybody except for Tammy, Mimi, Arian, and Melissa about, you know, this situation with Rashida. So she's telling them about the whole Rashida situation and everything, and then she lets it be known that she met with the girl Jasmine or whatever, and you know, she's telling them the same thing that, you know, she told Rashida. And Tammy is like, why are you telling us instead of telling Rashida? And you know, Carly is like, I did tell her and everything before I told y'all. And Tammy, she just not with this shit. She don't want to, you know, she feel like it's not right that Carly is sitting up here just telling Rashida's business like that. And I don't feel like it's right either. And Tammy, you know, she like, you know, I'm done with this shit, and pretty much walks away. And I don't blame her. Like, why the fuck is you telling her business like that, Carly? And you supposed to be her motherfucking friend. That's why people be having issues with you, because certain shit that you do is like you doing too fucking much. Like, come the fuck on. So anyways, we get to the well, some more bullshit, I should say. So Jasmine is in bed with Rod or whatever, and she talks about, you know, her and Rod having a loving, committed relationship that sometimes can get complicated because they're also with this girl named Kiana. I'm like, Mona, see, I think you trying me. I think you're trying me right now, okay? I'm looking all at the, well, not at the TV because I was looking at the episode on my laptop, but I'm looking at my laptop like, really, Mona? No, fuck that. Really, Mona? Really? Like, you really want us to believe this bullshit right here? I mean, it's like, now granted, there are people who do have these three-way relationships in real life, but this shit just seems so contrived and so calculated. You know what I mean? It's just like, I mean, come on, Mona girl, really? Okay. And I mean, word on the street is apparently Rod is actually supposed to be Jasmine's pimp, so I would assume that that is true. He probably this other girl's pimp too, but child, I don't know. So, but anyways, back to the show. So apparently he was messing around with the girl Kiana first, and then he start messing around with Jasmine, and then they found out about each other, and all hell broke loose and everything. So, you know, Jasmine's like, well, I like guys and girls, so, you know, why not have the best of both worlds? Kiana apparently is a dancer too, and you know, he's telling them, like, you know, he hopes if another situation happens of him going to jail that they don't separate again, because apparently when he went to jail or whatever, Kiana and Jasmine, they separated. You know, the whole three-way thing didn't work out the last time. I'm like, well, what makes y'all think it's going to work out this time? I'm just saying. But anyway, so, you know, Jasmine says that she's not messing around with Kirk anymore because Rod was saying, you know, I hope you know, you're done with Kirk and everything. And Rod, he was like, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Kiana or whatever. So, you know, apparently she messed around with Kirk as well. You know, she met Kirk while she was, you know, while Rod was in jail and everything. She didn't know that Jasmine was messing around with him. So pretty much this is another dude that they both messed around with at the same time, whatever. So, you know, Rod is like, y'all both knew that he was married and everything. And then he talks about how Mimi is going around calling him a scam artist. He claims that him and Mimi never had no issues, but she's been texting him, reaching out or whatever to try to find out, like, the 411. What's the 411, hun? You know, she trying to find out the 411. So he decides that he's going to meet up with her. So we get Stevie real quick. You know, Mimi is trying to get caught up on, you know, his situation with Jocelyn or whatever. He still hasn't taken the test and everything. Mimi is telling him about Kirk's alleged baby or whatever. And Stevie like, what? Like, you lying? And, you know, like, pretty much how everybody else was acting about the shit. And, you know, Mimi is like, and guess what? The girl is dating Rod. You know, my ex-Rod and everything. And, you know, Stevie is like, Scambo Rod? You know, I'm like, oh, y'all got a little nickname for him or whatever. So, anyways, you know, Mimi says that, you know, this child, you know, is going to be tied to, you know, Rashida and Kirk's kids for the rest of their lives if this is Kirk's baby. And then that's when she ties this into, you know, Stevie J and Jocelyn. If this is, you know, Stevie's baby and blah, 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 whatever, whatever. She talks about how Jocelyn, you know, still making bad choices. You know, she's like, you know, Mimi is like, I went through a hard life too, but I'm not out here doing the fuck shit, whatever, whatever, you know, and the baby is not going to change her behavior. Mimi is still pissed off about the allegations that, you know, Jocelyn made against Stevie J, and I don't blame her, because it's like, I mean, she did try to say that Stevie J was molesting Eva, and I thought that was like some real fuck shit. Like, that was real fucked up for her to say. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, my whole thing is, okay, if he was doing all that, why the fuck you having a baby with him? You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I don't think nobody believed that shit anyway, but it is still the point. When you put shit out there like that, that can like really fuck a person's reputation up. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so, you know, she don't want Jocelyn around either. That was the end of that conversation. Moving on from that, Jocelyn and M, they go to the little paternity test people or whatever to, you know, give them Stevie J's drawers or whatever, so she can, you know, do the DNA test and everything. M, she's embarrassed or whatever to even be there, so she got her hoodie on her head and, you know, her sunshades on because she's scared somebody might see her or whatever. So, you know, the doctor pretty much tells her that they can't do no DNA test on it because the court might consider it contaminated, considering that she wasn't the one who, you know, picked up his drawers or whatever. It was Jocelyn who picked up his drawers and everything, and Jocelyn is like, oh my god, like, are you serious? Like, I must have been watching too much TV. I was like, yeah, apparently you were, to think that that was going to work. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm trying to read my notes. So anyways, moving on from that, we get Tammy and Walker. You know, Walker, he comes to her house with his bags and everything, thinking everything about to be all good in the hood or whatever, like, you know, shit just about to be forgotten about. Tammy confused as to why the hell he there. She like, you can leave your bags right there, but you could come in or whatever. He all up in the fridge, like as if, you know, this his house and shit, and like they, you know, like they cool like that, you know what I'm saying? She like, excuse me, why are you here with your bags? You're not a part of this anymore. He claims to miss her and, you know, all this other stuff, and she was like, oh, well, you'll get over it and everything. And, you know, he was like that he doesn't want to, and, you know, he's saying how he misses everything, and, you know, she was like, you ain't miss the shit when you had it or whatever. And pretty much she doesn't trust him. She's tired or whatever. She gives him a pillow or whatever, and, you know, she was like, if you want to see Charlie, you could see her, you know, in your car, you know, wait for her or whatever in your car. And it's like, I mean, I wanted to kind of be like, yes, Tammy or whatever, but it's like, I mean, we know she back with him, so it's kind of like whatever, you know what I mean? So anyways, we get Dime Piece and Tommy, they meet up or whatever, you know. Tommy, you know, tells Dime Piece, I know you had reservations about me from the Jump Street and everything. And, you know, Dime is like, well, your feelings were so strong about Jocelyn and everything. And so therefore, I was like, well, who the fuck is this bitch or whatever, you know, coming at me with this attitude and everything. And Tommy, she understands and everything. And she says once again that Dime Piece was right about Jocelyn or whatever. And, you know, Dime Piece wants her to make up with Carly. You know, Dime also brings up the hug that Tommy gave Carly at the little fashion show or whatever. She was like, I knew you wanted to fuck her ass up and everything. But she like, look, I mean, you not with Scrap no more or whatever, so can y'all at least be cordial and everything? Tommy, you know, in her confessional, she's still scheming on Carly Red. So anyways, we get Mimi. She's at, you know, Melissa's bar or whatever, waiting for Rod to show up. She hasn't talked to him in 9 years and everything. M closed the bar so it could be a private conversation. Rod, he walks in with this fur or whatever, and, you know, I don't know what the temperature exactly was down there in Atlanta at the time that they were shooting that shit, but if it was hot outside, like, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm just leave it alone. So anyways, you know, he's sitting up here saying how him and Mimi didn't have no beef or whatever, so he doesn't understand why his name is being run through the mud and all this other stuff. So he confronts her and everything, and then he says that, you know, I know we left on rocky terms. I'm like, so which one is it? Was y'all cool after it was all said and done, or did y'all leave on rocky terms? I got confused. Anyways, you know, she's like, you know, you don't know what the fuck happened or whatever. She was like, you was staying with me, you know, fucking with other bitches and doing all this other shit. They going back and forth or whatever. And she's like, you still the same lying ass nigga. He like, and you still the same porn star swinging from shower rods. And I'm just like, that was so, what, 2-3 years ago? Like, get off it, alright? Like, whatever. So, anyways, you know, and she's like, and you're a scam artist. And she's like, look, I'm not here for all this bullshit. I'm here to find out about this baby. So, you know, he claims that he sees the baby every day and that there will be a DNA test soon, since he acting like that there is no baby. You know, Mimi is like, you know, do you care? She's like, do you care about what you're doing to their family and everything? And he's like, why would I care? I didn't create this situation or whatever. And, yeah, you know, he's saying, I didn't create this situation. I ain't got shit to do with this. So, you know, Mimi, she's not buying his bullshit. So then he sends a text for both Kiana and Jasmine, you know, to come inside. I was like, they had to been sitting outside the whole motherfucking time. And Mona probably was like, all right, go ahead. You know, probably told Rod, you know, his ear set or some shit or whatever. Probably told Rod, send them a text message for them to come in and everything. Like, I'm sick of Mona. I'm sick of her ass already. So anyways, you know, Kiana, I keep on saying Kiana. Kiana and Jasmine, they both come in to talk to Mimi or whatever. You know, Rod, he explains that they're all in relations. And, you know, Jazz talks about, you know, Kirk. And, you know, she chimes in and she's like, you know, y'all both are dancers and everything, you know, and they confirmed that they both dance or some shit like that. And Kiana said something about having sex with Jasmine, I think, or Jasmine or Kirk, somebody. So Mimi is like, what the fuck? Like, Rod has outdone himself this time, you know, like, he got a relationship with 2 females and they sister wives and, you know, blase. So, you know, she's like, you know, so what you're saying right now, she was like, y'all do realize what you're saying right now is affecting lives and is going to change lives of children. And Jasmine is like, I mean, I understand that. And, you know, is like, and you're okay with that? And Jasmine is like, did I say that and everything? And is like, look, sweetheart, you know, look, I'm just saying, you know, what you're saying right now is fucked up. And Jasmine is like, don't call me sweetheart. I'm not your sweetheart. And is like, you know, girl, it's not that deep. Kirk and Rashida is my peeps. Kiana is like, well, you need to tell your peeps to stop lying or whatever. And Jazz is like, well, and Jasmine, she's like, yeah, and tell them to keep they, you know, dick in their pants or whatever. So, you know, Jasmine, she's tired of people acting like, you know, Kirk and Rashida kids is the only one that matters when her kid matters too or whatever. She didn't force Kirk to have sex with her. I was like, and Kirk didn't force you to have sex with him. You wouldn't be in this situation. I'm just saying. Anyways, so, you know, is like, you know, why do you think this is Kirk's baby? Like, she was all up in the Kool-Aid. She knew the flavor and everything. She was like, you know, why do you think this is Kirk's baby? Because you look like the type of person to have some situations or whatever. You know, with all kinds of people. And Jasmine is like, you know, this is not even your place to be asking me no shit like this. And is like, but this is my bar and I can ask what the fuck I want and you can get the fuck out. So pretty much they leave and everything. And Emma's like, you know, you cute. I might have to fuck you from behind with your flat ass or whatever. And Jasmine is like, oh, sweetie, please, you know, you are going to have to fuck me from behind because I don't want to see that face. So we get Tammy and Rashida. They having a heart-to-heart or whatever. Tammy don't want to hear, you know, about the shit from nobody else's mouth. She want to hear it from Rashida and everything. And Rashida just pouring her heart out about this, that, and the third, whatever. whatever. I didn't really, you know, it's like, I mean, because like I said, I'm like everybody else. I just feel like this shit is just like fake and contrived. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they had a heart-to-heart or whatever. Tammy relates to, you know, what Rashida is going through because she's going through her own shit with Walker, whatever. So, moving on from that, Dime and Tommy, they meet up for like a double date and everything. Dime Piece brings Alexis Sky, you know, Fetty Wap's baby mama, and I'm just like, apparently she's supposed to be on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and I'm just like, I don't got time. Okay, I don't have time. So, you know, Tommy, she shows up with Jock, and Dime Piece is like, what the fuck? Like, why y'all always putting Dime Piece in the middle of situations? Like, I noticed that. But anyways, that was the episode, y'all. I apologize for this review being long. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys come back. Oh, you guys might end up getting Black Ink Crew on Friday instead of Thursday, because I got a lot going on Thursday. But yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys come back, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.